got special guest, guy Cisternino today.
What up?
Yeah, really happy that I told you that we had a podcast a few hours in advance this time and not 10 minutes before.
Yeah, people don't realize I like to ask me 10 minutes before, hey, guy, what are you doing? I'm like, in the gym. Why? Oh, we have a podcast. I'm like, yeah, I can't. There's nothing I can do now.
Because sometimes life happens and we have some people going MIA and missing in action, and Guy is the guy I can rely
We seem to be a bit of a flaky bunch, don't we?
I know, this is like my second week here. I'm on a roll.
Yeah, Nick is on a fucking roll.
And Antoine, so last time I was talking shit about how pale you are, and now you look Arabic. You just cranking up the Melanotan or what?
Yes, sir. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, it looks
Is
good.
that what it is?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. You said I was a light bulb, and now
Yeah,
you call me
What did you just say?
I try to say my name in Arabic. It doesn't work.
Does that Melanotan, when I first took it back in like 2008, I remember the first couple times I took it, it used to make me nauseous within seconds of taking
it's terrible.
Right?
Yeah.
Does it still do that?
What you do is you don't do what they say. You do like a quarter.
I took it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. It was horrible.
Oof.
No.
You should take it right before bed, right? That way, if you're feeling sick, it's while you're sleepy.
Yeah. Or you could do if you wake up at like 6 a.m. or multiple times a night, you can do it like.
No, are you doing that? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wait, what are you doing?
Gets up at 3 a.m., takes a piss. Takes a shot of Melanotan.
Because the things I wake up like so many times right now since I got like pretty in good shape, I feel like my body is like
Pretty good shape.
No, but for real, like, like there's like the as soon as I got over the hump, like the first part of prep, the first 6 weeks are kind of garbage, and then after that you kind of get over the hump. And since I did that, I feel like my sleep just went out the window. I'm trying to find solutions, magnesium, this and that, and
But the solution can't be shoot Melanotan at 3 a.m. to help you sleep.
no, it's not to help me
Be
sleep.
surprised.
It's just so I don't feel it.
I feel like for you,
What
Antoine,
are you drinking there? What are you drinking?
What was
Small
that?
plug.
Another
Small plug.
These are drugs.
This guy don't take Melanotan, and then he just chugs drugs on the podcast.
Drugs.
Chugs drugs.
Right. I'll get fucking screamed at for that.
No.
Some people are like, oh, that's like some people think it's a drug. It's insane. They're idiots.
Well, it is. So it depends. Caffeine is a drug, right? Aspirin is a drug. So there's a lot of drugs out there, but they're not all equal. Not all equal. A lot of people
Classifications.
Yeah, a lot of people say that, for example, marijuana, cannabis is a drug, but some people say it's a plant medicine. Some people say mushrooms are a drug. Some people say they're plant medicine.
Well, kratom or metragenine speciosa is a green coffee leaf extract. So if we're going down that rabbit hole, that's all it is.
It's a plant medicine. So that's what addicts say to justify their drug use. Good job.
I didn't say it's a plant medicine. I said it's derived
No,
from
I'm kidding.
a plant.
I'm kidding.
I didn't call it medicine. I said it's derived from a plant.
Have you used it, Antoine?
No, I've never. Because the thing is, it became popular once I was already in recovery. So
Yeah.
What? Kratom?
yes. So for me, is if it will modify the way I feel, I got to be very careful.
Oh, and listen, anybody that's an addict or have an addictive personality needs to tread very lightly with it because of how it makes you feel. And like addicts have used it as a bridge to come off of. That's how it got its name in the cook shop world.
Yeah.
But, if you use it the right way and at the right times and you're responsible, like in a fucking adult, it's got no physical addictive properties. People will argue it in the comment section, but like there's tons of research on it. So
it's good that people are free to, able to talk about it. But for me, I have to be really careful with all that stuff. So, and the thing is, once I was in the recovery and I would relapse, I wouldn't go like, I'm going to do kratom. I was going straight to the fucking hard shit. So I never really had the chance or the bad chance to try and kratom, but I'm not really, there's always a piece of me that's like curious, but it's like that piece of me needs to be shut down.
Yeah. You don't want Curious George because then he becomes Curious Rabbit Hole.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. You don't want that. So no, I keep myself in check, dude. I'm going to have, you can give me some praise in a second if you want. Cause I think there's something that's hard to do in my life was to stop doing drugs. No, so I have 978 days clean.
Oh, beautiful,
Hey,
beautiful, man.
Yay!
Yay, praise. So the cool thing with that, we have a saying that the first 30 days cleans feel like 1,000 nights because they're really hard. So I'm gonna have a real 1,000 nights in 22 days.
Let's
that's beautiful.
go.
Yeah, so
Good
for
for
me,
you,
it's
man.
pretty cool. Yeah, because we have like the
Yeah.
year mark, we have the 2 year mark, and then it's multiple years. But I feel like 1,000 days is a pretty cool landmark for me.
Big.
I'd say that's a great landmark.
That's
Good
awesome.
job, man. Proud of
Hey,
you,
can
dude.
I ask you a question? So
Yeah.
I've never been, I wouldn't call myself like an addict, right? So back when I had, when I threw out my back in 2018, 19, they put me on Oxy for the first time my entire life. Like I couldn't fucking stand. I herniated a third disc. And I got 2 different epidurals. In that time frame, however, I was on Oxy for a total of 56 days, and I was only taking the last probably 3 weeks, 130 milligram Oxy a day. That was it. I wasn't abusing them. It literally said on the bottle, I could take one every 4 to 6 hours as needed for pain, 1 a day. I was able to get through the day like, okay, because anything more than 1 made me super sick to my stomach. I stopped taking them. Okay. I got my second epidural on a Tuesday. Wednesday, I was driving to the fucking dentist to get my teeth cleaned. And I'm sorry, on Thursday. And bro, I went into a fucking spiral. I didn't know what was going on. I called my buddy. Dude, I was in the dentist chair. I was driving there. I started to feel a little weird. I'm in the dentist chair. Bro, I'm dripping, soaking. I had to stand up, change my shirt. I was soaked through my underwear, drove home, called my buddy. I'm like, who is a recovering addict of 8 years at this time. And I'm like, dude, I think this is what's going on, and like confirm it. And he goes, you can either go home and take another fucking pill and figure out how to taper down. He's like, or just go home and get ready for like the worst week to 10 days of your life. And bro, it was fucking horrible. So I can only imagine, was it like the same amount of time for you of recovery when you're an addict for long, or is it a 30-day like detox? Because I was like 7 to 10 days, and I don't think I took a normal shit for 3 months.
Well, the thing with you, they're opiates, right? So me, luckily, I was not addicted to that. I didn't have interest in that because if I did, I think I'd be dead. To be honest, I would be dead. So me, it was more uppers and fucking being wild and shit like that. So
What's
for
it?
me,
So like Coke? Because I'm not a druggie. I don't know. Like I've never done anything.
Anything that's gonna wake you up, right? That was like, give me more of that shit and turn you on and just get you riled up and stuff with like the party and this and that, right?
Yeah.
And I would go hard every day. And so for me, with that, when I would stop that, my withdrawal was like, my whole body was aching, and I would sleep for like 6 days because I would be up. Because for example, like there was my worst month where I was like the craziest. I slept 15 hours in the whole month, and so you could believe at the end of the month when I stopped, I crashed hard. So so this is how I would like my withdrawal was like physical was more like sleep and be just like, and I would be so grumpy for like I would hate myself. You combine how you feel with the serotonin and the dopamine that's all fucked up in your brain, plus all the things you did and all the things you didn't do that you should have done, and then that's a mix of like shame, guilt, and self-hatred. Dude, it was terrible. And the thing with some drugs, like the withdrawals with you, they're very much physical for like a certain period of time, and that was only 50 days. It lasted like for like almost a month for you. That was like trouble, right?
It lasted for 10 days. I was on oxys for 56 for my back.
Which is like it's ridiculous. Like it's not that long of a time. So imagine people who are on it for a long time. It's pretty crazy for them.
The weird part about it for me was that I was ignorant. I thought you became an addict by overdoing it and abusing them. But when this was happening, I found out that if you're on oxy for like 3 to 5 days, you automatically, your body becomes physically dependent to it. I was questioning when it was happening. I was like, I was taking 1 pill a day. Like, how is this happening? Like 1 pill. Like, I was so upset. And then I found out like it wasn't me. Like I wasn't like an addict, but it was like my body was like just going through a detox because I hadn't taken it in 3 days.
Yeah, well, there's a difference between being an addict in your core, like I am, born like that, and your body just getting addicted fucking by mistake.
Yeah.
The addict would have went home, got some more, and it would have not taken one pill.
I still have the 30 upstairs in my fucking bathroom, believe it or not.
I believe you, but yeah, you're not an addict if you were able to stop cold turkey and just deal with it and obey the rules on the bottle. You know, I never did that. The only thing that's tricky with some of the uppers is that there's acute withdrawal symptoms sometimes. That like a year later, you could feel like sometimes of like weird symptoms of like craving and withdrawals and stuff. And some of these can last for months and years. But I think I'm over all that now. And the worst part was like getting rid of the obsession to use. That was the craziest part. For example, I'll give you an example. I would like go fucking hard and then do too much and be like, fucking, I hate myself. And then I would take my shit, flush it in the toilet. All right, tomorrow I'm gonna fucking start my recovery and then fucking stop. Then I would go to bed, sleep. I'd wake up. I would be like, oh, fuck that. Just buy some more.
Yeah.
Because I would feel like I was craving it again, that I didn't have any more in my body. The only thing that mattered in my head, the main priority was getting more. That's it, which is crazy, right? And that thing, you don't choose when it goes away. It's really weird, you know. It's like it's like always something greater than me that removes it. Only when I surrender completely.
Yeah.
So this is why it's called a spiritual program, because it's like a weird gray area that like you can't really explain sometimes. It's just by giving up, stop trying to fight and just accepting that you're fucked, you're defeated, you got to go to rehab, you got to tell your friends that you surrender, and then at some point you wake up and then, oh, I can start my recovery now. But that obsession can come back. If I would go out and use right now, the floodgates are open. The demon is awakened. I would have a really hard time stopping, because I did it 3 years ago, almost 1,000 days ago. I thought I was going to, I'll just do a weekend, fuck it, you know, go party with this girl. My ex was a fucking bitch. Fuck the world, you know. And then I did this, and then I stopped, and then it lasted a month and a half. And all my friends were like, "Dude, what's going on?" So I had already 2 years clean before that. I thought
so you're telling me that you cannot be around it whatsoever.
No, no.
Like you won't put yourself in that situation.
No way.
Any of that stuff.
I don't want to be near that shit.
You're smart.
I mean, I can be like, people can smoke weed, they can drink, but if I know that there's like party drugs around, I'm like.
So do you smoke weed?
I'm out of here. No, I don't.
So you don't, and you don't drink. So you don't do any of them.
No.
Like I would never take like uppers. I'm so up here all the time. I feel like if I took an upper, I'd just fucking.
Guy, you'd be murdering people in the streets, man.
I'd be fucking literally snapping people's necks.
Yeah. Dude, I remember when I first got these fingers amputated when I was in the hospital, they put a fentanyl patch on my arm. That was what they did to manage my pain. So I had fucking a fentanyl patch. Well, it was actually on my right arm. And I had that fentanyl patch I was in the hospital for 90 days. So I had the fentanyl patch the whole time. And then remember when I got out of the hospital, so it was like fentanyl, and then they were giving me Vicodin. So I'm like a 17-year-old kid. I'm popping Vicodin. I got fentanyl fucking trickling into my system, and I don't even realize it. And I remember my mom was like, "We got to get you off that fentanyl. That's fucking garbage. Pull the patch off." And I started DTing bad. Like I was like shaking and sweating and like sitting in bed. Oh, dude.
That patch was like the pain.
To be honest, like this situation never really hurt, because like even to this day, I just don't have any feeling in this fucking hand. Like,
well, that's because
the nerve endings. And I think because of that injury that I had, I mean, just I had a lot of issues with the right side of my body. So like even like throughout my arm, I don't have much feeling. Like on my right leg, I don't have much feeling. It's just kind of weird. But I never really dealt with much pain. But coming off of the fentanyl patch and like the Vicodin, dude, it was like I didn't know what was going on. I was just a kid and I was like scared. I was like, why do I feel like this? I'm like shaking. I just remember fucking shaking and sweating. It's scary.
Fuck, it's crazy because they don't warn you, huh?
No.
That's the craziest thing. The worst pain you're gonna feel in your life, the worst pain, the worst flu you're gonna have. The doctors know it's gonna happen. They don't tell you.
Yeah, and I built a tolerance. Dude, I mean, they were like just coming in every day and giving this kid who's bedridden and fucking basically paralyzed and just had half his hand amputated, giving me medicine throughout the day. So it's like, I'm knocking back Vicodins every day for 90 days in the hospital. I don't really realize I built a crazy tolerance for this stuff. And I remember I had like surgery on something. I don't remember what it was, like 2 years later. So I took like 2 of the same pills that I was taking 2 every like 6 hours. Oh, I fucking spun the fuck out. I'm throwing up. I was like driving down the road. I started throwing up, spinning out. I'm like, holy shit. I didn't realize that I had a crazy tolerance for this stuff. So I remember when I broke my leg, I didn't take anything for my leg. Like when I got hit by the car, obviously I was in the hospital and like they had me on like an IV drip of Dilaudid, and that shit's gnarly. Yeah. But I just gotten destroyed. But outside of that, I just like Tylenol and ibuprofen together. That's all I did outside the hospital. I refused to take any actual opiates.
So I just want to add something, Justin. So you said you took the amount that you took before, but that's how people overdose and die.
People die, yeah, dude. Some people
so
fucking die.
What happens, like for people listening, I think it's important that they know that. Let's say an addict gets clean off the opiates, they go through withdrawals, and then they're fine for 2 months, and then they're gonna relapse, and they will use the same or a little bit less than they used before.
Same with heroin. It's like that. That's how heroin addicts die.
They can just die, and it happened. I know people it happened to.
I was
rehab with.
Yeah, so I was taking that dosage regularly and like not really feeling anything. I didn't even like realize I wasn't getting loaded. I was just managing my pain. And then I took it and it was like fucking spun me out. Yeah, it's hardcore. It's gnarly stuff.
I don't know. That shit like freaks me out, man.
Tylenol?
It's scary.
Tylenol freaks you out?
No. Like those like oxys, like those things.
Oh yeah. No. That's the thing. It's like it's so crazy to me that you and Guy and a lot of people, they don't even tell them that you're gonna get addicted. There was a
that's guy. What I was gonna say when you said that. The doctor, bro, the reason why I have extra ones is because when I was leaving the hospital, the doctor asked me if I needed more. And I go, no, I think this epidural helped. He wrote me the fucking script anyway. And not once did he tell me how to come off, what to prepare for, if I should taper down, what to expect. Bro, I wanted to fucking, I won't say his name, I wanted to fucking kill this guy.
Yo, what year was that guy?
2018 or not? No, hold on.
Okay, if it's that recent, that guy fucking knew better. But like
2019. Oh yeah, bro.
For me, it was in 2005, and I don't think there wasn't the awareness around opiates.
Oh, you know what? No. It was during the pandemic. Yeah. I lied. It was 20. It had to be like 2020.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's
because it took 2.5 weeks to get my fucking insurance. My insurance wouldn't get approved. Dude, my insurance company.
You're so shredded and sexy. The way you had your shirt up and showing like the V going in your guy.
Not in front of me.
Retirement looks good on you, brother.
But dude, he didn't tell me anything, and like I'm like, man, this is how it fucking happens. Like people say, like, oh, the doctor gave it to me, and I'm like, this is legit how it happens.
And the thing is, imagine that. Okay, so you. Justin and you, Guy, both are like non-addicts. We're able to like shut it off, right? Imagine if like I'm an addict. I don't know yet. I get prescribed this shit. I'm fucked. There was a guy in rehab. He went from like his arm broke, and then 6 months later he's in rehab because he was like shooting off street stuff.
Sounds so bad. So I guess when you're not, this is going to sound so ignorant. So I apologize to people before people get mad at me. I can't wrap my head around the fact when people say they're an addict. I know this is going to sound so dumb, so don't attack me, everybody. I just don't understand how you can just not do something. Like, I could have easily went up. I remember standing in my fucking kitchen, and I said this out loud. I was like, Lord, thank God this is happening to me, because if this was one of my friends, they probably would have fucking like taken a pill or blown their brains out, because I was like pacing around my house and I'm like, thank God it's happened, because I know how like strong minded I am. But like in the back of my mind, I'm like, all I had to do was just not do something. So like,
I'll explain it to you.
I know it sounds dumb. I'm not being a dick.
No, no, of course not. Because you're not an addict, so you don't understand. I'll give you an example. So you remember the time you had to pee the most in your life? Is there a moment in your life you have to pee?
I feel like that every time I got to piss now.
So let's say like you really have to pee so much. You're driving, you're stuck in traffic. All you think about is peeing, and you want to pee, and this is all you think about over anything else. So, but then if you pee, you relapse.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
That's it. I don't know if that's a really good analogy or really
No,
bad.
it means that because the obsession of peeing takes over everything, right?
Yeah,
All
that itches. That
Hey, all you have to do is not pee.
Yeah, okay.
But it's even more powerful than that. And so imagine that. Let's say I'm born.
By the way, I love this episode because I can tell how in tune Nick is, and he's like in depth paying attention to it, like he's actually like paying attention hard.
I feel like I look like a fucking idiot, but this is interesting.
Hey, Antoine, do you have any other addictive tendencies? Like, do you violently masturbate multiple times a day? Have you ever been in that, or do you have like sex addictions? These are real things?
When I would be using drugs, I would also be very active
sexually.
Hold on, can we have a pause in this just to lighten the mood?
Sure. Yeah.
When you guys blow your nose, do you look at it when you're done, or do you just close it?
Yes.
I'll check it out. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out for sure.
I want to see what kind of boogies.
And listen, I wasn't actually trying to know how often Antoine masturbates. That's why I was trying to lighten the mood with that.
Speaking of lightening the mood,
once in the morning or once at night.
No, listen to this shit, right? So I'm doing a GI map test just to make sure everything's golden, right? So
nice.
I had someone, mail the test to me, and I open it up, and they send me this thing to poop in, bro. It looks like, you ever been to a baseball game and they hand you the hot dog in the plastic thing that the hot dog's in? That's what the fuck I said, you want me to poop in this?
I've done it before.
Did you poop and then transfer it into that, or did you actually put it below your butthole?
No, they give you a tube that's like this big, and in the thing it has a little scooper that you take some of the poop in. Yep. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, this morning...
Yeah, I've had to do that before.
I just, I kind of squatted over.
It looks like an icy scoop.
It's like the wooden spoons that you eat, like the fucking. yeah. That's exactly what it is.
I squat and I put it between my legs and I'm like, and I go to poop, and my poop, bro, I didn't realize like how heavy my poop was gonna be. I almost dropped this motherfucker.
A mutant-sized shit,
bro. I almost dropped this motherfucker. I'm like, oh shit! So I quickly pulled it out. Luckily, nothing spilled. But I'm like, what do I do with all this? So I just shook it out in the toilet, flush. I put the gloves on they gave me. I took it to the. I'm like, this is a pretty intense morning, man. I said, whoever does this shit is fucking. This is wild.
Dude, the hardest thing I ever had to do wasn't do that to my poop. When my dog was sick and I had to catch her pee, you know how hard it is to try to catch a female dog's piss before it hits the hard.
Oh, wow. Hard. It's all over your hand for sure.
It wasn't. I didn't even care about that. It's like I would. That's my dog. She was sick. I didn't care if I got pissed. But when you go up to a dog, the first thing they want to do is turn around. So to try to get it underneath before she started.
Did she pee on you? Did she pee on you at all?
Oh my God! Yeah, my hand got pissed on it. I licked that shit right off.
So what's up, Nick? Are you actually dealing with some GI issues, or are you just
No. I never done it before.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to get everything checked just to see if there could potentially be a problem that I could avoid. If not, but right now, I feel like everything's fine. I was always been curious. I just never did.
Yeah. I just had to do that because I was just talking to you, Nick, about the gut health issues I was having at the beginning of prep. But yeah, I had to shit in a little bucket and spoon it out. And
I'm also going to do a food intensity test, and I'm just curious. You never know.
But what was wrong with you?
Dude, at the beginning of my Chicago,
since the fans know we don't talk anymore.
Yeah, we don't talk much. The Chicago at the beginning of beginning of my Chicago prep, I was shitting blood for 8 weeks. I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, I remember that.
You're not dieting, right?
Me?
You're
right
now?
No, not right now. No. Look at me, dude. I'm chubby.
Chubby.
You know what? I did a test on my own actually the other day. I had to put my semen in a cup and put it close to my body so it stays warm. Drive to the fertility clinic and drop it there.
Are you fertile?
I don't know yet.
Interesting.
How long does that take?
For the
results?
Oh, I don't have it yet. I have to wait for the doctor to.
What do you
So you're
guys?
asking, how long did it take me to come? Oh, I come really fast.
Yeah.
About 10 seconds.
It's funny. Like, so I put it against me with my, those shred belts that are kind of warm. So I strap it against me right here, and then I drive to the clinic, and then I remove the shred belt by Arnold Strength, Co Davy, and
Wait,
give.
back up. I'm so confused. What you have the
Strapping his semen to his body, dude. What don't
Yeah.
you
He's strapping
understand
his
about?
semen, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Come on.
then
Never done it?
I heard that, but I thought you were saying you were strapping something to your belly to go and like having to jerk off there with.
No.
Okay.
No, so
No, he was strapping the thing to his belly so he could catch it. So he's like,
No, because it has to stay warm for the drive, right? As close to your body, so they say tuck it
out
in
of your
your
belly
shorts or whatever. So I go there, remove the shred belt, and I give it to the girl. Then it was all melted. It was
What?
all like liquid. I was like, "What the
It's
fuck?"
semen. It should be.
And
You want it to be hard?
she gave me. She was like this. Was like, huh. Put it away. I'm like, don't do, huh? Don't me. What that mean?
what kind of weird jizz you got,
Was it
Antoine?
supposed to be solid?
I supposed to
You're
be
like,
like more like thick, I guess, but I was like brought it there.
did it come
melted.
out? It came out thick, and then it liquefied.
It just melted.
Really?
Yeah.
What happens?
I've never-
with this?
I guess I've never examined my semen like post. She's like,
Yeah.
He's an addict. I can tell. Yeah,
Yeah.
that person.
Oh man. Hey, what else?
That's bizarre.
Yeah. What are the
Now
tests
I'm gonna just get a bottle of jizz and set it on my table and just
just
examine
look
it.
at it. Yeah.
Get it under a
no,
microscope.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's weird.
What are the tests there to do? Poop. Urine analysis, semen
Cum.
analysis.
Mhm.
You know what was a weird? Did you ever get your fucking booty hole checked, like colon or like?
Oh yeah,
colonoscopy?
baby.
No, never.
I love it.
No.
Yeah, I got a colonoscopy this year during my Chicago prep.
That's
So,
not cool.
That and
Yeah, it's like-
I remember I told you about the lump on my ball sack.
Yeah, dude, that's scary.
Yeah, that was a scare. It was scary. I actually thought it was cancer, so I went in there fully thinking I was going to lose a nut. Like, cause
Hey, doc, I'm dying.
Wait, so what happened?
I found it was weird. Like how everybody says, oh, you should do examining your nut sack. Like I was literally doing diets on my computer, and I just went to go adjust my nut, and I was like, the fuck? Like I felt something on my right testicle, and I don't know how to turn can you guys hear that when it goes off?
Yes.
Yeah.
How do I turn that off? Like
Silent
on your-
bro.
It's on your computer.
yeah, it's my I go to messages, and what do I do?
You can just you're on your computer right now. You go notifications,
Where?
and then I
Where
don't know,
is
your
that?
settings.
Are you on a Mac?
Yeah.
Obviously, it's iMessage.
Yeah, so I'm in.
iMessage.
I should go to iMessage.
Yeah.
Go to preferences.
Where?
Preferences up at the top.
Settings. Yeah. Message settings.
There's file settings. Yeah, message
Notify
settings.
me. Okay.
iMessage.
Oh, play sound effects. Unclick that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here you go. So where was it on your ball?
It was just. It's like if you it. Where was it? It's like it was just like on the outside, like on the top. It was just like a little like. Whoop.
On the sides of it?
We talking BB or marble?
No, like inside, like under, not like it, like on the nut sack, like on the testicle.
On the
Yeah,
testicle, you had a lump.
Yeah, I can't see it. It's inside. What do you mean?
I know
No,
that.
but like, where was it in the location? Front, back, forward?
Where the fuck is he going?
I don't even know. I'm trying to feel what would even constitute as front, left, right. My balls are pretty free flowing.
We're in the
Yeah,
same
my balls are tiny right now.
Here.
Yeah, nothing.
Not much there. I haven't really felt those things much.
Oh, yeah, I want to see the graphic.
It was
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
So where's the front?
Oh, so is it like a little wart?
The front is here.
So it's on the
It's not
sack.
in- Bro, okay, Jesus Christ. Guys, it's
Draw-
inside. It's on the testicle.
I know.
not
Draw
in
the shaft.
You know how
Draw
many
the
people go,
shaft.
was it like a blister? I'm like, no, my God, no.
But are you circumcised? I'm just confused. I'm just
Here,
trying
you
to.
know what? Fuck it. Just
Okay.
Oh,
So was it on the ball or the sack?
It was
No,
on the
it's
ball.
on the testicle, inside the sack. Sack, ball. It was inside. I can't see it.
Ball or bowl?
That was it big?
So what happened after that?
He said ball.
Yeah.
So I had to go to
ball
the
or-
fucking doctor, I had to go to urologist, and like he fucking literally, I thought they were going to do like a scan of this, of that. The first thing they did was check my bladder, which I was like, they wanted to make sure I was emptying everything. Okay. I was like, okay. Then I came and I dropped my pants. He grabbed my nuts and he's like, it's not cancer. And I'm like,
he knew right away just from funneling one
it's
ball.
a calcification. He's like, when you get into your 40s, like that stuff happens. He's like, it's very common. And he goes, so I go, you sure? Like you don't have to do anything else? No,
I don't think it's common, bro.
No, he said, the next time I go
fucking
to the
doctor's an idiot.
Fucking clueless, by the way.
I never heard of that before.
Oh, I have two friends that I called that I had lumps. One had cancer, which is the reason why I thought I had cancer, Antoine, is because when I found it, I explained it to one of my friends as it feels like a little eraser of a number 2 pencil. A friend of mine who had a testicle removed had cancer. I called, my buddy goes, oh, you remember so-and-so? He had, and I was like, fuck, I totally forgot. So I called my buddy. I'm not giving names out. And I was like, hey, bro, I go, what did it feel like when you had it? And before I even got my explanation out, he said, it feels like it's an eraser of a number 2 pencil. So
No way. That's such an odd,
it was such
obscure.
an odd analogy.
Odd thing. Yeah, that's an odd analogy.
Dead on with. So I really thought I had cancer. So the
Scary, dude.
was like, you're pretty calm for somebody that thought they had cancer. And I'm like, what am I going to do if I had cancer? Like
you walk in fucking
fucking
freaking
out. Out like, okay, cut my nut, take it out. Let's figure this out.
Dude, cancer's scary. So like I have an uncle that died of testicular cancer, another uncle that survived testicular cancer. I had my grandma who had breast cancer, my mother who just died of esophageal cancer. I had a grandpa who died of lung cancer. Like so much fucking cancer in my family. It's so scary, dude.
Now, okay, is that genetic?
Yeah, it can be hereditary.
So I'm going to tell you, Justin.
It's like both sides of my family, like just like fucking littered with it.
In 1 year, 3 people that I knew died from esophageal cancer. That your mom, another friend's father, and a guy that used to go to my gym. I saw the guy. That happening all at once was the main reason. Now, obviously, you guys know I was dipping for a very short period. You guys know there was something happened in my life that just fucked me up for a little bit. Mm-hmm. But that was a main reason why I stopped chewing, because I was like, the guy that was at my gym also was used to go to my chiropractor office. And I was like, dude, I said, Mike, I go, did you ever chew? He goes, I didn't chew. I didn't smoke. And I was like, dude, I said, I chewed tobacco since I was in high school. He goes, bro, he was spitting in a bag. He goes, dude, stop that shit before you.
That was the guy who had esophageal cancer?
Yep.
That was watching my mom battle. That was
horrible. To witness.
Fucking horrible, man.
I can't even.
I mean, she didn't eat any whole foods for well over a year, and she wasn't even able to drink water because as soon as she would get any water in, she'd be vomiting. Like it was just living through a feeding tube, and
he was spitting in a bag. He couldn't even
because he can't swallow it. Yeah, my mom couldn't swallow it. Yeah, it was just such a fucking horrible existence for her for a long time, man. It was awful.
We think about doing these stupid things like vaping and tobacco, and we think like, and it's serious. Same thing when we're young, man. We think like it'll never happen to me. Like so and so had a heart attack. Like, oh, that's like you think of this like you're immortal, and it's and then you get to like 35, 40, and you're like, I'm not immortal. Actually,
man, my mom was 50. My mom was 58, dude.
Sucks, dude. I'm 40.
Oh, really?
Older than
she's 58. She's fucking young. That's so fucking unfair. It's not supposed to be like that, you know.
Oh.
You know, and so my mom, well, she had what they diagnosed her with like a silent GERD. So she had like basically acid reflux, but it wasn't like symptomatic because of the silent GERD. So she was being treated, but the doctor had given her a dosage that wasn't an effective dosage. So she wasn't actually effectively treating this GERD, and because of the bile and stomach acid in her esophagus, it created a cancerous environment. That's what they said gave her cancer. From fucking heartburn, dude.
Fuck.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like unbelievable.
I had a friend whose mother, who called me, told me his mother had stage 4 lung cancer. They found out. This is 3 months ago. I said, hey, and nothing was helping for pain. Nothing. And I'm like, hey, man, let me try to fucking send you some Uprising extracts. Like, I know it's weird, but like, I know the Uprising helps Flex Wheeler. Like Flex Wheeler has to get less diluted, right? Because so I'm like, it's a shot, man. Like, let me just try. So I sent him some, and he sends me a picture of the package, and he goes, hey, man, I appreciate it. He goes, unfortunately, it was too late. I'm like, what do you mean?
Oh,
He goes, she passed yesterday. I'm like, dude, how? Like, and she must have gotten sick during the night and woke up and like coughed. And I don't want to tell you what it looked like, but to have to know your mother went through that before she passed was like, she had like handprint on the wall. She was in the bathroom, like they found her. Like, it's such a heart wrenching thing, man. When like you have to witness like it just sucks. Like it's
my mom got to a point where like even putting the food in her feeding tube, because this cancer spread into her stomach, that the food through the feeding tube was upsetting her stomach, and she would throw that up. And I mean, she just wasted away to absolutely nothing. It was fucking so hard to watch, man. And luckily, my mom, like, she passed at home with all of us there, and you know, she was at least. I can't say she was comfortable because she was in a lot of pain. But yeah. You know? But fuck, man, cancer is hardcore, and don't ever think that you're you know, not susceptible, because I mean it happens to anybody.
It's crazy, dude.
So
it's wild.
I wish I had a doctor on, because so let's say if you do your regular blood work, is there like a marker that would go up, like maybe like white blood cells that would go
right? Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I think there's one other. Well, it depends. Like for your prostate, prostate cancer, I think it's your PSA. If it's like your like, there's different markers for different things. But I think essentially your white blood cells.
That's what I was worried about when I was fucking shitting blood. Because my mom just died of cancer, and I thought maybe I have fucking colon cancer. I don't know.
And you kept that from me until it was over. Like, I don't understand that. Like, that's
I don't. I mean, listen. I was in a contest prep, and I was fucking gonna finish it. Like. No, I wasn't. Listen, I wasn't like keeping it from people, but I was like just doing what I had to do to like get through it.
You know, the doctor right away, like, dude.
I did. Listen, the thing is, when you call a fucking special, when you call a doctor, they're like, okay, let me schedule your appointment in 3 weeks. You're like, okay, 3 weeks goes by, and then you schedule an appointment. Then they refer you to a specialist, and the specialist is 6 weeks out. So the next thing you know, it's been 9 fucking weeks that you're shitting blood, waiting to speak to a specialist.
And go, hey man, like, I'm shitting blood. Do you have a connection for a doctor that can see me immediately? Like, somebody in your fucking hemisphere of people that you know are going to know a doctor that can see you less than fucking a month out, dude. That's what I'm talking about.
No, I know. Yeah, and listen, you're right. I could have communicated better for sure. And it ended up being nothing. Obviously, I got a colonoscopy and everything is okay. But, you know, like, I think maybe they said it was likely just like a polyp in there or something that was causing issues. But during that time, I was having like really aggressive like GI issues. So I had like some precursors to ulcerative colitis is what they're saying. It wasn't actually ulcerative colitis, but it's kind of like the precursors to that. So like I was eating, you know, I think I've talked to you guys about this, but I was eating like white fish and 100 grams of white rice with fucking 7 grams of olive oil. And I'd be like bloated and full for like 6 hours. Like I could not fucking digest food. And then it's like, then you're trying to take orals, which I couldn't really take any orals. Like I put Winnie in and it was like, fucking hell no, dude. Like I just couldn't eat. It was terrible. It was really, really hard. So all that being said, to have actually competed last year and have it go as well as it did, amazing.
Yeah, right.
And I'm sure
super lucky.
Stress is a huge precursor.
Dude, I think to be honest, I think a lot of it was stress.
Mom passing away and all the stuff you went through, like your body was probably in such a fucking delicate state.
I was being, so my mom was dying of cancer, and I was being fucking audited by the IRS on 2 of my business for 3 years. So I was dealing with like this crazy IRS audit, and my mom just passed. Then I started a contest prep, and it's just like, I'm like shitting blood and like fucking, it's a mess. All that being said, it worked out.
Thing of the past.
Made it to the Olympia stage.
Yeah, made it to the Olympia, dude.
Hey, Nick, I think of all of us right here, the 4 of us, I think you're the one that looks like the least stressed during prep, off prep, or you're internalizing more.
Nick just is very good with fucking just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, balling it up.
I yell at him. That pisses me. Not that that's very good, but like Nick's a guy that like.
Me and Guy will get on the phone and gossip for like hours, like little girls.
Or Nick will be like, you know, a month ago I was, and I'm like. Well, like, call me now when I can help. Don't tell me you just sat and fucking like ate it, and just, that's what Nick does. But that's just his personality. He just
that's been my whole life though.
And not say a word.
Yeah.
You know.
How
I
about
think
sharing
that's
your
just how
feelings?
Nick has had to process traumas in his life, and I think that's
Different
just how he's.
strokes for different folks. It doesn't. You
Mhm.
can't. You don't. No way of handling. People go. That's
Yeah,
not.
I take blame though. Like there's a lot of things in my life I would say I chose to process by myself instead of being open about things, and I just think that's just kind of carried on for the
That's
rest
okay.
of my
Yeah.
life.
Mm.
That being said, buddy, we love you, and we're always here if you ever need anybody to
I
talk
love
to.
you.
Yeah.
Speaking of always here being Jersey, Jersey being where you're going to compete because it's in New Jersey. What's up
Oh
with the
yeah,
yeah, brah?
Oh.
Yeah,
Bruh.
the
brah.
big news. That show
Yeah.
is fucking stacking up nicely. It's gonna be a really good show.
Yeah, I think someone sent me a DM. Somebody called me out or something.
About what?
Hold on. But
It's funny. We're like an hour in. We haven't even
Dorian,
talked about bodybuilding yet.
Dorian Haywood.
Oh yeah, I know this guy. He's a competitor.
Yeah, he said I'm coming for you. I don't.
He's coming for you. Oh, I'm
Very
coming for him.
Oh,
That's the only thing you could do.
That's
What
my
they could do.
favorite form of coming for sure.
Listen,
No,
My
you're
preferred
doing-
method.
If you're doing the show and you're not coming for Nick, then Then you should just not do the show.
Yeah, that's good though. It's a
Yeah.
good way to see it.
Well, I just did a podcast with Tarek, Flex, and Bob. And I told them, I said, look, I'm not, listen, do I expect to win this show? Absolutely. And that's the way I'm going to treat it. But I don't take anyone lightly. You know, I'll be honest. I never would have thought, and this is just me being honest, I would have to qualify again. I really didn't. I figured I'd be at the top spot until the day I die. I figured I'd win a Mr. Olympia and truly never have to qualify again. So for me, this is like starting over again. You know, so I don't take anyone lightly. I don't know officially who's in it. I know there's a lot of rumors of names that are in it, and they're good people. And I'm not walking in this as if like it's just a freebie for me to win and go to Olympia. I'm gonna treat it like, you know, any other prep I've ever done. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, which is not how you are at all. But let's say in another dimension, you would be like, oh, I'll go 80% because I know none of the top guys are there.
I don't know what that is.
Exactly. But you know what Flex Wheeler told me? That's the truth. He told me that, I swear. He said that he would always go 85% unless Ronnie would show up. He said these words, Flex Wheeler,
Yeah.
to me.
Well, that's
I
a
think-
horrible mindset to have, right? But
It
someone
is.
like Flex
Yeah.
could do that,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
but so imagine if you would do that for the New York and then Lavrone shows up fucking 110% and beats Flex. You know what I mean? Like, so you can never not go 100%, which is, like I said, that's not even how you are, Nick. But
No.
I'm just saying that, of course, everyone should go 100%. What are you doing?
Yeah. I think it's more of a mindset thing for Nick, but also Nick has a fucking legacy that he wants to preserve, and like you don't ever want to look back and have photos of you on stage at 80%. I know that's just not you. And
I want Nick Walker to be on stage with like one in each pinky ring. King of New York. You know, like that picture like they do like that? You should bring the one on stage, the one you already have. So when you win, you got two on stage.
Just wear it on stage, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know what they say. You know, they're like, oh, you know, the show you got to qualify for. You know, you should never fully peak for that. I don't believe in that. Like, I want to be 100 at this show. I want to be 100 at the Olympia. And if I can improve even more for the Olympia, then that 100 beats that 100. Like, it is what it is.
There's enough time between New York and the Olympia.
Yeah, there's like 4 months.
You're
gonna rebound and
you bring 100 regardless of who's on that stage.
That's what I'm saying.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, and I also know Matt would, like, if you ever even hinted at the idea of not showing up at fucking absolutely your best, and Matt would.
Yeah, imagine me going, yo, Matt, you know, let's do like.
I was thinking, don't really feel like.
Are you
So
me?
how?
Yeah.
I got a question actually. How would it even work to go 85%? Like, because it's not the day of the show that we go 85%. It's all the days leading up to that show. So what the fuck is it? What's 85% as for a bodybuilder? Oh, I have 40 minutes of cardio.
You guys,
I'm gonna do 35 minutes, or
I don't. You know what I think
makes sense.
Have you guys ever, like, let's just say you had to qualify for a national show, if you're qualifying for the Canadian Nationals, Antoine, and you had a show that was like 2 weeks prior.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm going to show up at a 2 week out conditioning and then nail conditioning at nationals. would you do that, or would you like be fucking 100% bang on for the qualifier and then hold it? Whether that's like 2, maybe 4 weeks out, you know?
I think I would just hold it.
That's what I feel like. I'm going to show up bang on at the qualifier.
Maybe what I would do, it really never really happened to me, but I would probably like be because you got to be ready like at 3 weeks out, 4 weeks out. You're almost fucking there. Anyway, right? You're almost
the problem is, that's true, but the problem is sometimes like what I would have is I would get in shape super early. And sometimes when you have to hold that conditioning for a while, that can become sometimes detrimental. So like I like to be ready like a week or 2 out, but there's been times where I've been ready like 4 or 5 weeks out, and that's a mother because it's like no matter what you do, what you eat, your body starts just going like this.
Running away from you. Yeah.
Like you start like I would lose weight and I wouldn't be able to like keep. And the more I eat, the more I lose, and then like it's a balancing act. So sometimes
that's like a specific thing to you as well. That I'm sure you're a coach. Like I'm sure Chris knew that about you and had to like game plan your year strategically based on how your body responds.
Well, Chris learned. Well, I learned something as a competitor, right, or as a bodybuilder, as an athlete, as a coach. When this happened to me, the one time, I always would go out to the Olympia a week early. I'd go out there, and I know it was like, well, it's a 212. Listen, the Olympia is Olympia. I don't care who you are. Like that's the biggest show, regardless of what class you're in.
What was your best showing at the Olympia, by the way? What was your best placing?
6th.
6th? Dude, you say that like it's bad. It's top 6 in the world. That's amazing.
Not for what I thought I should have been. Like I thought.
Sure, I got you.
So it is what it is. But one time I was doing high carbs, like a muffin in the morning with my meals, like a muffin before the gym, fucking sushi after I worked out, after my shake. I was going out to eat with sushi for Jay 2 days in a row, getting ready for the one Olympia. And I lost 2 pounds 3 days in a row from eating all that extra food. So I remember Chris was like, all right, tomorrow. I was like, what the fuck just happened? My whole screen changed.
I remember the story.
Yeah, I remember.
Sean. Charles. What the fuck, Charles? I'm thinking of Sean.
Chris.
Now. Chris Aceto took all my fucking stuff and cut it in and took all my carbs and literally cut all my carbs completely in half and almost like pulled them from some of the meals and jacked my protein up through the fucking roof, dude. And that actually, the protein intake with
that shot's sick.
Drop in carbs actually fucking kept my
helps
weight
stabilize.
Increased it. Yeah, I had no idea that would happen. Yeah.
Look at Mr. Cisternino. Look at your fucking legs there. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I wasn't bad.
I think Nick, like, how did that go when you? Sorry, Antoine, but like Nick from like the Olympia to the Arnold. How long was that? Because I know you dieted straight from the Olympia to the Arnold.
Had the best metabolism I've ever seen for about 3 months after the Olympia.
Wait, are you talking about this one or the last one?
The last one.
Yeah.
This one though, like I was amazed. Like, dude, you looked 2 weeks out for like fucking 12 weeks.
Bro.
What, this one?
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck is going on? And I saw you showed me how much you're eating. You're eating a lot of food. I even asked Matt. I was like, is he lying to me, or is he still like dieting? Because I was like, this guy's, there's no way he looks like that, and he's eating like 350 grams of rice. He's fucking crazy, dude. It was wild.
Actually, though, last year, and Matt will tell you, I thought my body was going to be more responsive because, after that Olympia, I had some downtime. I was eating out a lot, but staying really lean. But then once, we decided to do the Arnold and had to turn the switch, it was like my body just decided to say, nah, and we hit a sticking point.
Nah.
So the food went relatively low for that, and the cardio did get ramped up a good bit, which, I was actually probably more pissed about it.
I remember you saying it was like the hardest prep you've had to experience.
Like the last 4 weeks, that was probably one of the hardest for me. I'm not going to lie.
Last year, right?
I didn't do the Arnold this year.
No.
Yeah,
but I
remember you.
It was my most conditioned look ever.
100%, dude. Yeah, it was really fucking good. I love that look of you at the Arnold.
I was like, but then it's like what we all do. We look at pics leading up, and I'm like, I don't think this is it.
I know.
Then you look back and see yourself on stage, and you're like, dang.
Yeah, it's funny, right? You know what? One thing that I've actually changed for this prep with the mindset is actually I'm going to ask Guy. Hey, Guy.
Yes,
you
I'm just
there?
taking a piece.
Okay. Do you remember when it was you only had like 6 shows left in your career?
I
Did
mean,
you
I
know?
knew when I was and not 6. I knew when I literally was like, "This is it." Like I went from like thinking I had another year to like being like, "This is it."
Okay. So
Yeah.
let's say I have like, I don't know, 7 shows. I don't know how many shows I have left, right? And then
Yeah.
it's gonna be gone. So it's like I I s- I used to obsess over all the little things I didn't have, like the glutes, the lower back, like when is it gonna, and just not even appreciate the body I built. And so now what I
Yeah.
do sometimes I'm in the mirror and I just look at myself. I'm not like admiring. I look at myself. I'm like, dude, someday I'm gonna be old. This is
Yeah.
prime time Antoine right now. This is never gonna look better than this. Maybe a little bit better if I keep doing another year or two. But this is it. I should like
Mm-hmm.
really
Yeah.
enjoy and be grateful for what I'm doing right now because this is a one in a lifetime opportunity. This is the peak of my bodybuilding career. And this is like after that, I'm gonna retire at some point. I'm gonna have other goals. That will be it. And it's
Yeah.
like so it's like this applies for all of us too. So I think sometimes we should just stop and look at ourselves and be like, dude, this is not normal. This is a great achievement. And not to brag about yourself, just be like, dude, this won't last.
Yeah.
And
I
because it
think
won't last, I have to be appreciated more. So with this prep, I think that's why I'm so excited about the Arnold because I'm seeing it like that. I'm going fucking hard. I think I'll get my best ever by a pretty good margin, I think. And I just feel like it's gonna be a fucking good show because I'm in
Yeah,
my
that's
mindset.
awesome.
I'm more positive about it, and it's like I'm not fucking being crazy obsessed about like little things and fucking freaking out. I'm like, you know what? Every day I do my best. This is what I do. I listen to the fucking paper. The paper I listen. I don't think. And then I look at my body change, and I'm like, dude, yeah, like this is all going to be gone at some point. You
Yeah.
know, this is like so we have to appreciate it more
I
than we
made
think.
a
the
I actually
best.
made a post about that just recently.
Oh, really?
I said something about like I said it's just this is a really hard sport to feel proud of yourself in the moment. Like it's
Mhm.
just because we're always I think it's the same qualities, Antoine, that you're like nitpicking yourself apart. You're
Yeah,
really fucking hard on yourself. Like I would start to feel good about how I felt in the prep, then you'd be like, dude, don't allow yourself to feel that you got fucking work to do.
Yep.
You know, so like you kind of look back and then you can appreciate it, but like during those times it is fucking really hard to appreciate where you're at. But I think it's again, like I said, I think it's those same qualities that drive us to be better that
Mhm.
also can place the stress on us to like because you're saying right now your body's more responsive because you're not stressing and you're just going with the flow and you're being proud of yourself, and
I
that's
think
like
so.
right.
Yeah,
It's the right mindset to have, but then there's also that mindset where especially earlier on in your career, like where I'm at, I know I'm not where I need to be, so I fucking need to be hard on myself, and
but you know
I
what?
need.
I'll give you a good advice that I discovered for myself also. Even if I'm stressing or I'm grateful, it doesn't matter how I fucking feel. I'm still doing the same fucking thing 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I'm not doing more because I'm stressing more.
No,
I'm
you're
already
right.
doing
You're right.
the best I can. So it's not
Yeah,
now. Am I gonna enjoy it more or stress about it more? Because as bodybuilders, with the discipline we have, we do things not on how we feel. We do things because we have to do them,
yeah,
right? So it's
yeah,
like
for sure.
so if you feel like you're stressing out, you're obsessing over little things, or you're just like, wow, you know what? I should appreciate this because in 10 years I'm gonna be a dad and this is gonna be a thing of the past. It's like
Yeah,
Antoine,
it's like
one of the best quotes that I heard,
yeah,
and it was probably within the last year, was every day you wake up, you're worse off than you were the day before. Because every day that passes, you're older, your body is more beat up, 24 hours has passed, you are closer to that fucking final sand in
mhm.
that fucking in that hourglass. Like
I don't know about that. I feel like it could also be seen the exact opposite way,
no,
where
hold on.
you're
But you
one
could
step
say like
closer to goals. Like,
you're closer to your goals. One day, you're one day tomorrow is one day closer to death. Is
Yeah.
one day closer
oh,
to your
agreed.
last day
Yeah,
on Earth.
yeah, of
Is
course.
one day older. Is your body
Mm.
is 24 hours more beat up than it was 24 hours before. Like I'm not talking about making more money or being wiser. I'm talking about you physically are always one day later worse off than you were the day before, no matter how you view it. You're one day closer. You're one day older. Father Time catches up to you. You're never going to be better. I was never physically better today than I'm going to be worse off tomorrow. Like, that's just how it is. Like, the older you get, the worse physically your body is because it gets beat up. So, appreciate. You don't believe that?
No, I'm
Wait till
aging.
you're 40.
I'm aging like fine wine.
I think
You're
what
aging
guys
like
say.
fuck.
No, I'm kidding, guy.
I know.
I completely agree. I completely agree and see what you're saying. But also, there's like the flip side of that is like, don't like, you know, don't, I guess, want like you want these days to come by because you can progress each day and you can get better and you can get closer to your goals, you know. So I respect what you're saying and I understand what you're saying, but I think back to Antoine's point, I think really what I was like the point I was trying to make is like there are some people that look in the mirror during a diet phase or a contest prep and think they look fucking awesome, and it's usually those guys that don't look good. You know what I mean? It's usually the guys, they look like shit and you're like, oh man, you don't even realize that you're like so far behind, or that maybe you're undersized and like maybe you're a bit thin or whatever it may be. Like, it's usually those guys that don't see it. But it's, I think any champion or anybody that really excelled in their craft, anybody that's done anything significant has looked themselves in the mirror and told themselves like,
oh, for sure,
this isn't it.
We had to be crazy, for sure.
Yeah, and you got to be fucking hard on yourself, and you got to expect a lot out of yourself.
Oh yeah.
If you're a bodybuilder, ever look at a picture and think, dude, this is fucking like I get like this is the best. Like I look fucking You're not like the real hardcore bodybuilders, especially during the prep. You know how many times I during a prep I would send Chris pictures and delete them on my phone and be like, I don't even want to fucking see how bad I look.
For sure.
Like,
wait, hold on. You never had a moment where you looked at a picture and said, "Oh shit."
During prep.
Yes.
That was always when I was.
I have.
No, I haven't.
Does that mean I'm not hardcore?
No, you're pretty hardcore.
I didn't say that.
No, I think we've all kind of had those breakthrough moments where you're like, fuck, I think this check-in you're happy with. But then Nick, tell me that the next day you didn't take check-ins and go, what the fuck? I look like shit.
Oh yeah, I've had those.
Okay.
No,
so
like example, like there was an Arnold in 2017. I drove to Weinberg to Bev's and signed my contract like 7 days out because I got hit with the flu, and I told the Arnold, I'm like, guys, I got hit with the flu again, and I was like, I don't know, I'm trying, but I don't know if I'm going to be there. So I waited to the last minute to sign my contract. It was like 9 days out. Weinberger, or 2 weeks out, Weinberger was like, dude, there's no way you're going to be ready. I remember laying in bed 7 days out. Chris had already told me the day before to pick another show. It's not going to happen. I remember laying in my bed, standing up, walking past the mirror and going. And then I like flexed and hit some shots. And I'm like, either I'm delusional or I look fucking insane. And I fucking took pictures in the mirror and sent them to Chris. And I'm like, you got to check your phone right now because I look fucking, and I use the R word, like whatever. And retarded. He called me and he goes, go see Steve tomorrow immediately. I went to see Steve. He goes, I don't know what the fuck you did, but go home and sign your contract. Like, dude,
you get like wicked diarrhea for fucking a week straight?
I have no idea. It was the weirdest thing that's ever
What'd
happened.
You place?
6th, the worst place
Damn it.
I've ever took.
That'd been such a cooler story if you won.
But what I'm saying is that I went from like it was a substantial difference from
for sure
1 day to 1 day for me to go, holy fucking shit. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we've all had that happen. Dude, I feel like watching you, Antoine, I feel like you went, like your body fucking transformed this last few weeks. Like crazy. Like I already knew, like, I know you're a guy that always gets in shape, but like you looked like you were on track. And Antoine's going to get in shape. And then it's like, holy shit, Antoine's like fucking peeled.
Yeah, I'm getting there. And it's funny, Nick, you said, oh, you ever had that one picture or whatever? I took some shots yesterday. I actually sent it to you.
The one you sent me, I was like, oh shit.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Was that like the most muscular that you just posted?
Yeah, I think for some reason it was after chest, because my chest is like when I'm flat, it gets pretty flat. But for some reason, I was fucking full. I've been having like on Sunday nights, like over 30 ounces of like ribeye. Of like I eat 30 ounces of ribeye.
I saw you eating like a big fucking tomahawk steak.
Yeah, and I've done that 2 weeks in a row. And
beef and potatoes, baby. Beef
Yeah,
and
and for
potato.
some reason, the next day, fucking veins everywhere. I wake up, veins everywhere. I'm full as fuck. And then we had a
It's
high
all
day
that,
on Monday,
all that
and then
saturated fat.
yeah, and then Tuesday we took some pics and videos, pumped up, and I was like, oh, I guess I can be full a little bit, you know. And then
That's
I
awesome.
was dry for some reason, so yeah, I think I'm like I don't know what it is. This prep, it's like I feel like everything is
What do you
responding
weigh,
really good.
Antoine?
This morning I was actually a bit lighter, 266.8.
See, what's crazy is that like people, I don't think people realize like even right now, like we're looking at in like the screens, like you look like thick around here, but like people don't realize like you're almost damn near, if not over, you've been over 300 pounds. Like you're in person,
Dude,
you're fucking huge. Like,
gigantic.
I don't think because like the camera doesn't do you justice by no means, because
You know what it is?
in person you are one of the people that are way more impressive in person, because like in your pictures you're like, hey, he looks good, like he's pretty big, but in person, like I see you and I'm like, dude, Antoine is fucking huge.
Yeah, I've trained with Antoine when I was at 230 pounds at like 4 weeks out, and he was like 305. I'm like, fucking hell,
Like
this
Nick,
guy's so
takes his
big.
shirt off on camera and he's like sitting there or like picks his arm up and like he looks huge. And
Yeah.
Antoine, like on pictures and video, like you look big, but like in person, you look like fucking enormous. Like
Different animal, bro.
I think it's
at least Nick's in the center of his camera. Like we could.
You're the anti-Instagram bodybuilder.
yeah. No, people always tell me that, to be honest, that they think I'm shorter
you're-
and smaller.
Yeah, no, you're a guy that once you get on stage, you see how much real estate you take up,
Yeah.
and I don't think people realize how big your fucking legs are, dude.
Yeah, I think
Like,
it's because
your legs are fucking huge,
the size of our heads matter a lot in the proportions for pictures.
and you got a honker.
Yeah. So if I look at my friend Frank McGrath with a tiny head, dude,
Can I
all his
just talk
pictures,
about-
he fucking looks great. And who else has a small head? Mike Crezo has a small head. Fucking
Yeah,
looks
he does.
huge.
Nick has a small head too. I feel
Do
like
you?
That's because I got a big body now.
I say maybe
Yeah.
you just get that big.
Yeah,
old,
no, Nick.
yeah.
Nick is. I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, it's funny. I was thinking about you, Nick. I was like, looking at like other bodybuilders and looking at myself a little bit and just thinking about people competing. I'm like, yeah, nobody's ever as big as fucking Nick.
Well,
Like, how's it-
Nick, but
No,
Nick
but
just
how is
lost
it
best
possible?
arms to C-Bum. So,
Bro.
Dude, that
Yeah,
is-
and then Derek
dude,
moves his best back to Ramon.
oh
you know-
my
you know-
god! And then
it's
I
crazy.
think who won best chest? Because I think there was like
I don't know.
It's just, but I saw the best biceps in bodybuilding. I was like, oh man.
I mean, look, I don't know. Whatever. I don't care. I think it's funny, to be honest.
No, it's funny. Well, I mean, it's just obviously he just has a humongous fan base that voted for him.
Yeah, I think
Dude,
Bunch
it's
said-
like
It's not like Chris doesn't have like good arms. It's not saying that, but like you have 24-inch fucking humongous ridiculous arms, and Chris is actually known for not having that great of arms. That's really the fact of the matter.
that's funny. When I saw that, I was like, "This is a joke."
Chris is the GOAT, though. So
Fuck yeah, dude. Chris is legit.
No, for sure.
Chris is the GOAT.
Canadian
No.
too. That's right.
Oh yeah, Canadian.
Yeah,
Dude.
yeah. The moose power, the moose knuckles.
So the fucking Arnold, I guess Rubiel's out, and then
Andrew Jack is out.
Andrew Jack is out.
But if you
Wait,
look
why?
at
I knew that. Yeah, that's been.
but
Yeah, Rubio didn't get his visa.
Visa
said-
issues, but
I-
Rubiel's supposed to do New York, correct?
I think in
Well,
the
if he has
video,
visa issues, who knows?
Yeah, who
I
knows?
think in the video he said problem with visa and readiness. So
And readiness.
If
Okay.
if it's visa, well then you can do the UK. You're on the list. Better show up. But if you look at the actual original poster, Hadi, Andrew Jack, Rubiel, it said that pending.
Yeah,
on
pending.
So it was never confirmed. Even Hadi right now. Okay, guys.
Well, Hadi's not even here yet.
Can I
Okay.
can I ask when they say visa issues? Okay, like I understand. I've had an India visa. I've had a Brazilian visa. I had to get a visa when I was going to go to China, but ended up not going. Like I've gotten visa many times. Like what is they're not?
You're
trying to
American. You're American.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
but
easy for us, bro.
You're not
I
Iranian.
still have to go. Hold time out. There's still a process. I had to go to embassies, fill out paperwork, do forms, pay for things, have documentation. Like, it's not just a click, go. Like, I don't understand when they say visa issues. Is it just the fact that they waited so fucking long to actually start the process that now it won't be done in time? Because if that's the case, that's just being late.
I don't think that's the case. I think that it's just a lot more difficult to get into our country than it is.
Is that really okay? So that's what I'm asking. Like, dude, what makes it harder? Because
right now,
I don't know the process.
If you would be from Europe, looking like a terrorist like you do right now, you would have more trouble getting a visa in the States.
Wait, say that, what?
Your beard?
Yeah, because you look at terrorists right now. I just said a joke that if you would be from Europe, it would be way harder than from America.
So you're saying if just me having a beard would be a problem?
No, it's a joke. It's just bad timing.
It
didn't land. The joke didn't land. It's fine. But okay, let's go back to Hadi here, because guys, Hadi update Arnold Classic. I'm like, hey, have I seen that video before?
Really?
Videos?
That's possible. I don't know.
Like, let's go see
Hadi. Hadi's never really actively posting updates.
So he's also never really out of shape either, right?
Well, no, of course.
True. But
I mean, there was a video of him training with Hani and with Phil.
Wait, why did people say that he's putting out old videos?
I'm saying that right now.
Well, because he's not here.
I'm wondering. And
that video with Phil Heath, that was recent.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
I hope he shows up, man. That's gonna be a really good show.
Dude,
I got a question.
I would love to compete against him.
Is this old? Because he said 7 weeks out.
7 weeks out, my
brother.
brother.
Is this like 7 weeks? Is this 7 weeks out from the Olympia?
No. This is 7 weeks out from the Arnold.
Yeah, but he ain't here though, so this might be his gym, you know.
Yeah, that's his gym.
What are we questioning? I don't understand.
No, because at first I was like, are these old videos that I've seen before?
No, you don't. Nobody writes 7 weeks out unless they would say 7 weeks out from the 2023 Arnold. Like, nobody would say that.
That's a cool shot. He's so full.
Yeah,
I think shoulders look better than me.
I mean, dude, he's in fucking the weirdest lighting. Like, it's going to be obviously hard to.
No, I think he looks good. That's what I mean. I think he looks great.
Yeah, he looks amazing. I mean, Hadi's fucking incredible.
Dude, this shot here, the glutes.
I'm just saying it's hard to see improvements when the lighting's that bad.
Oh, okay.
All the time.
Yeah, that's great.
You need real lighting. You like that shadow lighting like that is almost like its own filter. Is my point.
Yeah.
So it's hard to see like actual details.
He looks pretty like dry here.
I wanted to ask you guys a question.
He looks pretty sunken in right there for sure.
Oh wait, is that
that was after the Olympia?
Okay.
That looks like he's like a day out.
Yeah. Dude, I think that's actually at Chris Bumstead's gym, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken.
I don't think they were ever in Florida.
No, I thought they're. Oh, I guess the Olympia was in Vegas this year. No, it wasn't. It was in fucking Florida. What the fuck?
It was in Orlando, but I don't know if that's Chris's gym.
I don't think so either, because they got the blue stuff. That's not Chris's gym.
Yeah, I don't think Chris does.
Do you guys ever use this stuff? I haven't used it. Did you guys ever use this?
Yes, I'm the one who told you to get it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Does anyone use this?
What is it?
I know you have. I'm saying it because we talked about it. Me and you have our own podcast, idiot.
Yeah, Matt will have us peak using that stuff.
I like
a little bit of ghee. I like using.
I think it has a good, distinguished taste.
Is it that good?
Mm-hmm.
What is it? It's butter.
It's just ghee, like clarified butter. Yeah, it's ghee. Yeah.
So is it?
Dorian never had you do that before?
No, is it processed butter? What is it?
It's like clarified.
Clarified butter.
Clarified butter.
What does that even mean?
I mean, I'm more confused.
I don't know. Wish somebody could give us some clarification on that.
Explain itself more.
I don't know. Clarify this.
Sean, Sean Vasquez from Pride Foods.
Yeah.
He's got me. I haven't done it yet, but he's got me on this. Well, not got me on it, but
the butter.
He said you'll be blown away with how good this is, and it's a lot healthier for you.
Goat milk.
Yeah.
Right. I don't fuck with milk.
Okay, chug some right now.
That's why he said
drink some. Drink some. I don't believe it. Drink some right now.
I haven't done it. I'm gonna make my shakes.
Pussy.
What?
Some ghee.
Take a sip, you little shithead.
Oh, you don't think why?
Yeah,
chug it.
Do it.
I've never
chug it, dude. Come on, bro.
You never had it? Cool. Have it on the podcast. Let's see.
Come on. Let us know. Give us a taste test. Open it up.
Oh.
Suck in that.
Yeah, it's like we don't believe you, guy. You always gotta prove yourself.
Nick,
Yeah.
Do it, guy. Come on, dude.
Has my life not been a circus the past week?
Yes, just drink the milk, bro.
Come on, you clown.
Your life is always a circus, guy.
Jesus Christ. It's
Drink
fucking
the
milk.
Oh.
Did you put your ear to it? You hear it? It sounds like milk.
Oh, gay.
Oh.
Gay. Was that a chunk?
Why are you so afraid of it, guy?
It's actually has a different flavor than like regular milk. It's almost
from-
like a.
Well, yeah, it's goat milk.
It's more like they have hoofs, more hoofs, maybe a couple
actually
horns.
What are the macros?
Is it? Yeah. What's the macros?
So eight servings per container, serving size 1 cup, 7 grams of fat.
Too much.
0 trans fat, 25 cholesterol, 115 sodium, 11 carbs.
Too much.
Sugar, 0 added sugar, 8 grams of protein.
Too
So
much.
it's a lot of fat. It's a lot of
Too
fat.
much fat.
It's a lot of carbs too. 11 grams of carbs for a cup is a lot.
Yeah, well,
But I mean, you can get huge on it. Drink a gallon of that.
yeah.
Look at guy's arm though. Straight to the guns.
Somebody
goat
should
milk,
tell
straight to the guns.
Sam about it.
Hey,
Yeah.
Sam? What is
Make
that?
sure my information's on. This is what I take now for that calcium score.
Oh, what is it?
That's Repatha.
Really?
Repatha.
It's
This is supposed to be the
especially for
only
this.
thing. This is supposed to be the only thing that helps reduce calcium scores. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Send me a pic. Send me a pic right now.
I got it from I literally made my doctor. I told him because he was having me on those statins, and I tore my quad 3 times, and I said either take me off the statins or I'm going elsewhere because I can't do this anymore.
Oh, you tear muscles on statins?
You can, yeah.
I take a statin.
What?
Don't even think about it. Don't fucking
Yeah.
forget that was ever said.
I'll just go lighter.
What is that? Beef?
No, I'm feeding the dogs.
Oh, hey guys,
Hey.
I'm actually pretty hungry right now, so I think we should we did a good amount of time. You guys want to say something else? Any shout outs you want to give to anyone, or guy you want
I think we're
to
all good.
you want to plug your kratom again, or come full circle?
I want to shout out to Dorian though. Dorian fucking I didn't get him yet, but he sent a bunch of heavy D clothing.
Oh, the new shit.
Shit, it's so nice, man.
Gin though.
Yeah.
Oh, heavy D in the
He didn't
house.
send it to here.
You know what's crazy? I think
Oh,
we have a
good.
code. Justin,
Yummy.
do you have a code? Do you have a code for heavy D yet? Or
I do.
yeah, I
I
do
do.
also. Code AV.
Yeah,
we also have a code.
use
Shire, baby.
Quadro 55 for 55%.
Quadro
off.
55. What's your
Fuck.
code, Nick, for AGYD?
I think it's just mutant.
Mutant,
No,
Shire,
can't do that.
AV. But yeah, enjoy the clothing. Well, I'll make sure to tell Dorian you said thanks on the podcast.
But before we go, I want to because I haven't
Yep.
talked to Nick about like in person about the New York Pro thing. Nick, is it being the fact that you were one of the top guys at the Olympia last year? Obviously, you didn't compete this year. Is it a different feeling getting ready for a New York Pro over getting ready for the Olympia? Like obviously because it's the biggest show, or is the process and the mindset exactly the same? Like take everybody out doesn't. But obviously that's the mindset. But is the feeling different?
It's more intense for this
Now-
Arnold. For this New York, yeah.
Yeah, I could
Because
see
the
that.
last, I don't want to say I won't enjoy this process, but I felt like when I did New York last year, I was very intense, as I always am, but I enjoyed that prep per se. And this time going around, I do feel like there's a little more pressure, because it's like, oh shit, he's got to requalify, So like I said, I'm treating this as if I'm literally starting over again.
Is it safe to say that this Olympia prep, although you didn't make it to the stage, it seemed to be like pretty? I don't want to say. I don't remember. Prep is never easy, but it was pretty fucking smooth sailing. Like that
For the most part, yeah. I mean, I definitely
things behind the scenes and
yeah,
some-
but like
things that happen.
as an overall, like judging the whole thing, I mean, yeah, it was smooth.
Yeah.
That's why in the next couple of weeks, I'm gonna go home back to Jersey and do my prep there.
Yeah,
You're doing the whole prep there. Well, good. You're gonna have a really awesome gym to train at in come March.
Yeah, boy.
Is that right?
I might try to work. I might have
With you, Nick? Yeah, I don't know.
That's like 2 hours away, bro.
Oh, is it really that far? Oh, never
But
mind.
if I can convince Nick to maybe come up and like maybe stay here for a week and prep
No.
here and like
No.
he's such
No way. He
you know
needs
what's
it.
crazy. Nick
No.
just he's such sometimes he's just so like I just want to
Guy, you know how I am, bro.
He's gonna chill with mom and dad. They're gonna watch TV, fucking marinate, and just do the family thing, dude. I respect that. That's nice
well, I'm
stuff.
part of the fucking family, so fuck you.
Whoa, me? What did I do?
Well, whoever thinks I'm not.
Oh,
No,
guy,
no
I'm
right.
So how is the gym coming along, guy?
It's awesome, man. Like I'm super excited. Like I really hope you guys like who I want to come will fucking show up because it's
So is there an opening day?
Yeah, March 23rd. I talked to Dorian. Dorian talked about possibly coming down for it. I don't know if
You
he's
guys are
going to, but
Pretty close.
The show is March
23rd. It's after
15,
the Arnolds.
After the Arnolds. Yeah, I'll be
Oh,
back
you're-
from Europe. I'm staying in Europe
Yeah,
for a couple of days, but I'm gonna go. If Dorian goes, I'm going.
Well, Dorian said he's going, but he's like he tells me the last conversation we had. He's like, I want to see how far from Pure it is, and then I don't hear from him, so I don't know.
So,
Well, you guys drove from Jersey. What? That was like 6 hours, right?
What?
Antoine?
yeah. It takes like 6-7 hours max.
Yeah.
It's doable. I do Montreal all the time, so I'm used to driving. You know what, guy? Like even if they don't show up, I'll see how I feel because I'll be like fucking pumped up and carved up. Might be.
School was a shit brick house.
Yeah. That'd be.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! Just blasting folded,
Yeah. I might
titties
go,
stretched out.
It's just I mean, dude, we're putting a lot of time, a lot of effort into the gym. It's just like
It's a lot of work, man.
it is. Man.
What's the ETA on equipment? Yeah.
In the next, we should have the equipment by maybe. Guys, go downstairs to eat. Let's go down. We should have the equipment by. We're hoping. I think she said the mid to end of February, so we'll have the equipment for a solid month before anybody like even comes into the gym and like trains on it. So we can like put it in the right place, get it set up.
Yeah.
I wanted to have the gym and like kind of put the equipment in, work out, kind of see if we want to move stuff around. We were getting this awesome little sign made. We just got the rubber floors delivered yesterday. I'm going there on Friday to help install the rubber floors. It's a lot of moving parts, like security systems, like the POS system. You
doing 24-hour access at all?
No, you know what? Because that's just another animal and another thing that like I just really don't want to have to fucking deal with.
It's just like an insurance thing. I mean, my gym was 24 hours, and I just had to have like you got to have your showers blocked up every night. So people
we're gonna have. I think we're gonna open between 4 and 5. I think that's fair. If we have people that really want us to open at 4, we'll open at 4. I think 5 o'clock is fair, but it's probably gonna be like a 5 to 11, a 5 to midnight gym.
Well, I was gonna say my hours, my gym was pretty much empty from midnight to 5. You get the occasional person coming through, but it's like the 5 a.m. crowd, and then then like the late 10 p.m. crowd. You kind of get that, and then they trickle out by midnight.
I would say 4 to midnight's golden.
Yeah,
I think
you want to see like there's another there's gyms in that area. Like I'm going to I'm shooting a thing for Muscle and Strength this weekend. The videographer Nick is staying here. Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, and then we're going Saturday to the Bev's gym thing because they're doing that big seminar. But we're gonna go to there's a Bethlehem Powerhouse gym that's fucking awesome. The owner Pat owns it. Yeah, he's about like 10 miles from us, maybe about 15 minutes. And I called him immediately because I trained at that gym before. And I'm like, hey Pat, listen, like, I'm gonna be opening up a gym in the area, and I said I'm not looking to come in and be one of these guys, like I'm looking to take over. I said, I really want to work with you because I actually love your gym. And you guys always been very nice when I've showed up there. I said, so I really want you guys like at my gym opening. I want to do things with you. So I told them that like, hey, I'm going to be filming at my gym on Friday. I want to come and train at yours. So like that area has other gyms that have like people, if they want to go to a 24-hour gym, they can have a dual membership but I don't think I want to do the 24-hour access thing.
Only benefit is like I just staff my gym from fucking 8 a.m. to 9 or 8 or 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then that way I can just like save from staffing and having people show up at fucking 4 a.m. to unlock the doors for people, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean,
Really simple. And it's a big draw, to be honest. Like a lot of my members came because we were 24 hours. I'm the only 24-hour gym, or was rather, is the only 24-hour gym.
But when you say 24 hours, what time are those people really coming where that 24 hours matter? I mean, is it really 1, 2, 3 in the morning, or is it more so just like?
I see some people coming in, but it's usually like that 4 or 5 a.m. crowd, like the pre-work crowd, and then it's like you get a lot of swing shift workers that get off at 11 and then will come and work out at like midnight till 1 a.m. So that's kind of like there is a dead zone from like maybe 12:31 to like 4 a.m.
So how many people do you really think you get in the door in that period of time?
I think it's less about that and how many people you get signing up thinking they're going to use it. You know what I mean? Like the numbers aren't as important as how many people think they're going to use it. It's just like,
I mean,
if you're talking about monetization wise, you're talking about like making money off a gym.
Yeah.
So like obviously my new location, for anybody that doesn't know, I closed down my gym temporarily. We're moving into a new location. So, but the new location I'm opening is going to be 24 hours as well. I'm definitely going to do 24 hours.
I think it's going to all come down to, Justin, if the general public seems to want a 24-hour facility, I think then we'll probably make it 24 hours. If people aren't really vibing with 24 hours and there doesn't seem to be a need for it, I'm not going to make something a necessity that doesn't need to be a necessity. Like,
yeah, of course.
You know, so if we see an influx of people that are going to want to be there during off hours like that, I have no problem staffing.
It's something you could evolve your business model into.
That's exactly.
For sure.
Like I'm not saying we'll never have it. We're just not going to have it off of Jump Street. That's all. Because right now there's just not a need for it for me. That's
Dude,
all.
I had to move my entire gym out, like a fucking 6,000 square foot of gym equipment in 2 days.
Well, you're a better man than me because I was.
It's so crazy. This is wild. The stressful shit.
Well,
I hate moving gym
equipment. I don't
equipment.
take up time talking to these guys about our gyms. I'll talk to you on the fucking.
Yeah, no worries.
Antoine's gonna be like.
I know Antoine's gone.
Antoine's like, I gotta eat, motherfucker.
He's going and eating a meal.
Should we just?
Where are you at, Antoine? I think right behind this curtain is like his girlfriend in bed, and she's just like irritated by Antoine on the fucking podcast.
Like, you motherfucker.
You guys ever watch Antoine go live when he's DJing?
No, but I've seen his videos, and he looks like he's fucking pretty good, actually.
He seems to fucking love it. I just wonder, I want to know what's on the other side of that curtain if his girlfriend or his fiance is just.
What are you eating, guy?
This is for my dogs, buddy.
What is it though?
My dogs.
UPS dropped off something.
Yeah, for your dogs.
I'm doing spinach, mixed vegetables, venison, and an apple because I gave them rice this morning.
You like apples, guy?
I love apples. One of my favorite fruits.
Me too.
I like a good apple. You guys are like a Granny Smith guy, or are you a green apple?
I'm Granny Smith, bro. No, I lied.
No, you also have a mushy apple.
I lied. I'm Pink Lady. I like the Pink Lady.
Pink ladies, yeah, pink ladies are good.
I like the Gala apple.
They never get mushy.
Well, I mean, they will if you allow them to.
Well, not for a while. I found Pink Ladies are ones that take a long time.
I haven't had I remember when, like Matt, when we were doing the Olympia, his kids were eating slices of apples and peanut butter, and I was like, oh my god,
I like
apples so bad.
Well, right now with my diet on an off day, I have fruit with my first meal and my last meal. I like to do an apple with my last meal.
Yeah, I did apples right after the Olympia for a while. I got on an apple kick.
They're good for you.
Yeah, it's good.
You guys, what do you feed your dogs, Justin?
They help with stress and things of that nature.
Lately, I've just been doing like I do like raw ground beef, white rice, and then like some blueberries and I don't know. Jasmine had like some sweet potato puree shit that she was giving the dogs and stuff.
Yeah,
but and then we have like some kibble. Like we get like her dad owns a veterinary clinic, and we get a really high grade kibble that we mix in with the raw food and the white rice.
Have you ever used this Jay's pet butter?
I haven't. I have not. I just saw it on
dogs. Like if they just saw me take this out.
Really? So my one of my dogs hates peanut butter. Won't go anywhere near it. If it's even like, oh, that's so funny, dude.
They see the peanut butter.
If it's even like a peanut butter flavored treat, she'll sniff it and like turn her fucking head out. It's so bizarre.
Really?
Or if you have like anything, like I remember giving her like peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You just try to give her a piece of bread. If it's got peanut butter on it, no,
really?
Won't touch it. Yeah, it's so weird. Yeah, it's super weird. Obviously my Frenchie, he'd eat anything. You could give him a piece of poop and he would eat it. He'd love it.
Wow, that's gross.
Yeah.
One time, my dad told me I had to stay outside to play outside when I was at my grandmother's house. Said, you gotta stay outside. And I was like, really have to go poop. I was like, okay, then fuck. So I poop in my grandma's flowers, and
Nice.
my dog ate it.
Oh yeah. No, honestly, when I was a kid, I used to shit outside all the time. We kind of grew up. My grandparents were hippies, and we grew up out in this little hippie town. And we used to shit just to watch my grandparents' dog eat it because they would just always eat the poop.
It's like decovering.
I don't know.
Decovering. They're like, oh, you know what? I'll get your back.
So weird. I mean, in my defense, I was like 5 years old, but yeah, it's weird. I remember one time my brother. And I was just like, my brother was older than me and like his friends. I was always trying to fucking impress his fucking friends because I was just younger. And we had this like flower pot outside. It's funny you talk about shitting in a flower pot. They're like, hey, you should poop in that flower pot. And I'm like, all right, dude, no problem. Watch this. I'll do it. So I go and I'm sitting beside my house and my aunt is there. And my aunt's probably like 23 at the time, and she had her friend over, and her friend, we always thought her friend was hot because it's like, you know, these two 23-year-old girls. At the time, I didn't realize they were just kids. Yeah. You know, they looked like adults to me, but you're talking about two 23-year-old girls. They get me fucking over this barrel, and I'm like shitting in this fucking barrel, and then walk around the corner, walks my aunt and her friend. They go, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, nothing. I'm like, dude, you just fucking set me up. They like convinced me to shit in this fucking pot out in my side, and then they go like grab my, they're like, you guys, Justin's pooping. Then that's so fucking stupid, dude. Yeah, I just remember
I pee all the time. Like I'll pull up to my house and just get out of the car, turn around, and piss right. Like I piss more outside.
Yeah, for sure, dude. I mean, but also like you're not talking about shitting in your, you know.
I don't do that.
Nah. You know, but when you're young and trying to look cool, man, someone's like, dude, take a poop. That'd be super cool. Full of poop, apparently.
Antoine,
anyway, Antoine. Well,
I got a lightsaber.
I thought I was gonna say it looked like a fleshlight.
It's a lightsaber.
Antoine,
he's got to get another semen sample.
Go eat.
Yeah, well, I'm waiting for you guys to be done talking.
No, we're done, dude. I'm sorry, man. That's rude.
We were filming.
No, it's all right, dude. It's okay. Me and you guys talked a lot at first, and then Nick was listening, and now at the end, Nick was still listening. You're a great listener, Nick.
This was it's a lot of intense topics that I didn't know about.
It was an educational one.
So I was more so listening than anything.
Yeah, no, the pooping one just now or the beginning?
Well, the opioids and stuff.
Yeah, it is pretty intense though. But you know,
it is.
I'm glad everybody's safe and sound right now, the four of us, and we're all good. Yep. And
happy, healthy, all those good things.
Happy, healthy. Let's have a good mindset. 2024, baby. New York Pro, Arnold Classic, and Justin, whatever you want to do, and Guy.
A year of getting fat.
Yeah, and Guy kicking ass every day. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Comment below and stuff like that.